What's up, everyone? Another day, another wasted. I don't know. I haven't wasted anything yet. But, anyways, this is happening. Got this gem from work. Work over at Napa. This is from one of the other stores that had it just laying around, so it's going on. Some people are doing the pizza delivery. I do the parts delivery. So, yeah, there's that. You gotta mount the roof vent eventually. So when I do this, is probably going to be maybe right there, because the vent's going to be right here. We'll see how that looks when I modify everything, mock it up. The vent's going on regardless. I just got to figure out placement of the Napa hat. What to do now? I got some alignment plates from my buddy Ian, so I'm going to try to get the rear kind of set up, get the front set up, get the steering wheel straight. Hopefully the tie rods aren't froze. Guess we'll see on that. Alright, so I got a little distracted. I found one of the other exhaust insulators that I was looking for. So I'm going to throw this on. Because right now I just have a smaller, more like an OE length one with zip ties holding on. And it's way too tight to the bumper on the front part of the muffler. So I'm going to cut that bitch out, throw this in. Just take 2 seconds. I got the exhaust hung up a little bit better now. Actual hangers on it. The next thing I'm going to do is actually mount the bumper, the rear bumper. All I have to do is drill a couple holes and nut and bolt it. So that's the agenda for today. I'm just trying to knock out a few smaller projects. One thing I'm not able to do is the rear diff skid plate. The mounting for the rear diff is different. I'm using a different cross member. So some things are different, they're in the way. I'm using a 04 STI rear cross member. Has different diff mount brace mounted in it. It's not the normal bushing setup, so I can't use that. So I'll be selling that eventually. But yeah, now attach the bumper. Oh yeah. Got some good hardware with the washers built right onto it, so it won't pull through the hole on either the bumper or the chassis, so that's a huge plus. Whenever you're cutting holes in metal, always coat it with some primer, at least primer, or paint, something, just seal it. Like that, it's mounted. I got both sides done. Did this side too. It's on there good. I did oversized washers for actually mounting it right here. No rear bumper beam. There's these little tabs that are kind of mounted up with nuts to hold it in place, so that's good enough for me. Alright, so I feel like I haven't been as much of a hack as normal. So what I'm doing now is I'm taking off some of this leftover double-sided tape trim piece adhesive right here with a scraper. I already did it right there. Perfect. I'm not going to be putting actual trim pieces back on. I'm just going to be covering up the holes with duct tape. So, yeah, it's par for the course. In all its glory. Keep in mind, I'm going to be painting this thing purple over the winter, so I don't really give a shit about this. Okay, so guys, the amount of hackery that just happened, it's blowing my mind. Okay, so I needed to mount the bumper a little bit more rigid so it wouldn't flop around, so it was more parallel with the headlights. no actual factory bumper beam on here, and that's what usually holds the bumper up. I just have a custom bumper beam on there that fits behind the bumper now. So I had to add a little bit of structure to the actual flimsy bumper itself. So what I did was I took some of this and I took a bracket that you use for putting up shelving. I used a bolt to mount the bottom of the bracket, and then I used a worm clamp to secure the top of it. This is the situation right now, and the bumper's pretty rigid. I'm going to secure it on each side over here now, but yeah, the center part it's BackYard hack spec, so that's good enough for now. The thing I'm doing today is modifying the power steering reservoir bracket so I can mount it under the engine bay. Kind of stock location to the Forester and STIs, all that stuff. The older style Imprezas, theirs were mounted on the actual pumps. They didn't have reservoirs elsewhere, so I have to actually modify this to fit. So I'm just gonna notch it so a bolt can go in place. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a day. We got the power steering reservoir mounted, mocked up. Got the bumper all together. Looks pretty even all the way across. Good. There's a weird hood gap. I might have to, I don't know, it might just be because the carbon fiber hood's kind of wonky. But yeah, I'm calling it. I'm all done. Finished mounting the front rear bumpers, did all kinds of other random stuff, so it's pretty productive couple hours. I'm happy with it. One step closer. I like not seeing painter's tape. I don't really give a fuck about the zip ties, but it is what it is. I'm going to do a little special racing stripe right there in duct tape, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be an exciting reveal. Oh yeah. But yeah, thanks for watching. Check back for more. I'll race it eventually. Yeah, 2020.